Hello YouTube community, this is VIP Nobody, your fixed income PC builder, coming to you from the sunny outback bush country of Jamaica. Yeah man. I bet you can guess what we're going to be doing today. The two graphics cards that I picked up for under $30 each online. We're going to go ahead and do a thermal pasting. I tested them and they power on and have video out. So given the age of them, there's a good possibility that the paste is old. I noticed that the seals have been removed from the screws. There's usually one of these screws that has a seal on it, and there's no seals left on it, so there's a possibility that this could have already been done. But I got to check it out anyway. So let's get busy here. I'm going to just hopefully loosen the block from the card so that I can clean it up with some isopropyl alcohol. You hear a lot of guys calling it IP alcohol. Maybe they have trouble pronouncing isopropyl. Who knows? Hopefully this card will separate from the block. And just these 4 screws. And it does. It doesn't appear. Well, this has got some elasticity. It may have been changed not too long ago. But let's just go ahead and redo it anyway. Once again, one was from Goodwill, and one was from Goodwill the Grid, eBay store. I forget which one was which. I can't afford to be using Q-tips like so many others use. This stuff isn't cheap, you know. Thermal paste has a contraction and expansion rate that's different than the materials that it's touching. I watched somebody take thermal paste and put it inside of a CPU socket. It doesn't conduct electricity, but if you know anything about thermodynamics, because of the difference in expansion and contraction rate between metals, 2 different metals soldered together, can cause a coil spring to unwind as it gets warm and wind back up as it gets cool, and that's what used to control thermostats. So you can prematurely mess up your equipment. I don't follow everybody's rules with regards to thermal paste. Just gotta have enough to where it's gonna come out. I would say I don't care about comments, but I don't get a lot of comments as it is anyway, so doesn't much matter to me. do you get that? Oh no, sunlight's going away. Oh crap. Get one started. Easier. It'll be for the rest of them to follow suit. There we go. I didn't tighten it all the way. You want to tighten, don't want to tighten all of them all at the same time. You want to tighten everything evenly, and there's a trick to doing that. Alright, this is the one we started with, so we'll couple twists there, go diagonally, couple twists there, back one, couple twists there, diagonally, couple twists there, and where we started, couple more twists, diagonally, couple more twists, back one, couple more twists, diagonally, couple more twists, start where we started again, couple more twists, diagonally, couple more twists, and it seems like they're all getting pretty tight by that point. There we go. And interestingly, when it comes to say like car heads, head gaskets in your car, tighten one, skip two. That's the pattern that's used for elongated gaskets like that. I've got some thermal paste on my hands. A little isopropyl alcohol. Little presto. Next. You don't have to follow the same rules when you loosen things as when you're tightening things. Might be easier to relieve pressures evenly. The fan blades on that Radian card that I just got done repasting, they're pointy. If you're checking the fans on that puppy because you can't see, by sticking your finger down there, you'll get a good poke. My last video I used furmark for the first time, a benchmarking tool. And once again, the paste isn't really bad. Somebody at Goodwill is doing their job. Somebody at Goodwill Grit is doing their job too. Refurbishing a little bit. Everything else is pretty clean. The fan blades are all clean. The aluminum blocks are clean. So fortunate. I'm not going to have to do a lot of work to get these guys ready for benchmarking. I'm buying specific thermal paste, the thermal paste that I purchased. It's just what I could find on eBay on a fixed income. And when I did purchase it, I want to say that the seller had already used part of it. So the amount that was supposed to be in here was like 2/3 of what's supposed to have been in there. So contacted him, asked him how he would like to proceed, and he just sent me another tube and apologized for the trouble, which was honorable. Wasn't so good that in the first place, you know. Anyway, did I get it in place or no? A little easier to take apart than it is to put together, folks. Have we got any cringers in there? Is it Cringeville yet? It's not really good light today. Sunny outback bush country of Jamaica, right? There we go. There's the element on that hole over there. There it is. All these other GooTube gurus seem to make it look so easy. And maybe they do it a lot more often than I do, I don't know. Be careful not to scratch any surfaces on the back here as you're slipping your screwdriver off. Spring-loaded screws. Once again, we're going to use a diagonal tightening technique. Couple turns. Couple turns. Back one. Diagonal from him. I kind of smear-decated it around a bit, but I believe I put enough paste on there that it's going to cover the bases. How much did I get smeared around on the hands? A little bit on the fingers, huh? Now at this point we're going to go ahead and put them in the HP Z230 and give them a benchmark test. I believe I'm going to be doing that with the, hopefully with the Kazam screencast rather than a camera. And we're back, and we're using Kazam screen capture. It's free and open source software. And this is Linux Mint 19, and I've used furmark on the 5100, the FirePro 5100 in a recent video. And this first up is the AMD HD 7670 with 4 gigs of DDR5 RAM. I'll show you that here. You right click on the panel, go to System Settings, scroll down, System Info, and here what shows up. There it is, 7600 series. There you go. It's got the right driver already picked out. I guess the kernel knows what it's doing. I like easy. Easy is good. Let's go ahead and start furmark. And resolution is set. Hey, let's go with benchmark, full screen. Run. It's going to go for 60 seconds. It's warming up. Benchmarking. 60, 70, 80 frame rate. Where's the frame rate? Frame time, resolution over here. The evil GPU utility, it says over here. Render Fury object. It's a little jumpy in the way that it's acting. Oh, let's get climate and temperature, 48 Celsius. I hate Celsius. 48 times 1.8 plus 32 degrees. To be able to give you something in Fahrenheit. Vaguely double. Man, how about that? Time 60 seconds, 711 frames per second. Ooh, that's not very good. Max 14, minimum 12 frames per second. Yuck. But hey, we're tech on a fixed income. We aren't tech on a budget, because those guys end up getting sponsors and they're no longer on a budget. They're on a budget, just anyway. I had to furmark the Zotac GTX 660, which is what I have in the machine presently. It operates just fine until I start furmark. Every time I start furmark benchmark program or application, the computer just freezes. So it kind of messes up my recording of anything through Kazam. But you can see that I've got it installed and that it runs fine. Just, I can't benchmark it. I don't know what the dealio is. Like I said, this is like my second time that I've used benchmarking, period. I've already posted a video where I showed you where I did it for. Anyway, what else I wanted to show was how to be able to calculate the temperatures in Fahrenheit if you're given Celsius. And 49 was the temperature, high temperature on the AMD HD 7670. And you go times 1.8 plus 32. So I was getting temperatures of 120.2. guess we're going to have to wrap it up right there because I don't want to lose this video doing that again. So this is VIP Nobody, your tech on a fixed income PC builder, coming to you from the sunny outback bush country of Jamaica. Yeah, man, a little bit of an epic failure on this one, but we know that the graphics card works.